It's my birthday coming up and I want to make the most sparkly gown that I could think of, and I'm going to use this pattern to do it. It is Butterick B6353. I'm not going to add the train, and I want more of a like flowy bottom, not so straight. And I'll make a little sketch so I can show you what I mean. I usually don't really celebrate my birthday. I'll usually go to dinner or sorry, that's Sandy scratching. And I usually make a day dress for my birthday, and I'll put up on the cards some of them that I've made already. But this is the first like gown that I want to make because I'm going to go to a really fancy restaurant that's here in Los Angeles. It's called Cicada Club. It is like a step in time, beautifully decorated place. We usually have a band play and there's dancing, and it's just like a really elegant atmosphere, and that's what I would like for my birthday, to invite my friends and let's just all have a really great time. I merely just want to have an excuse to get dressed up with my friends, so this is perfect opportunity for it. So I'm gonna let you know what my sketching plans are, and let's start. So this is the sketch that I'm thinking of, and I'm combining these two pictures that I like. And instead of Dita's cape, I just want it to drape over the shoulders. And then this bodice here is going to be loosely draped with the same sheer fabric. So I'm showing a better look of the fabric. Isn't it just so dreamy? I feel like I could stare at it all day. It is gorgeous. It has like this iridescent look to it, and it's kind of like has a violet shimmer. I love it so much. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, that's the fabric I'm going to be using. Since I picked this shade of blue, I wanted a matching sheer fabric to go with it, and this is what I'll be using for around the bust and I think down my back shoulder area. So it was all inspired by this fabric. I love it so much. I've never done something so sparkly before, but how could I say no? I was just completely mesmerized by it. Okay, back to starting. I think that's gonna be really cute. So let's try drafting it. My favorite fabric store here in LA, Astor's Fabric. She is so sweet. She was telling me how much she loved this fabric too. And with the pattern, I added more of a flare to the bottom. This pattern was surprisingly easy to use, and just the added alteration to the bottom was very simple to do. And of course, Sandy made her approval by standing all over it. And I added that flare both to the front and back of the skirt because a little flare to the bottom, I think that would be really adorable and just different. And what made all the difference was using these needles. Take a picture of it because I was always afraid to work with stretchy fabric, and switching out those sewing needles made all the difference. It was so easy to use. My machine didn't jam up once, and what I really liked about this pattern is even with the slight alterations that I did, the darts still met up from the bodice to the skirt, and even the sides matched up. That's what I'm always worried about doing projects. Like, I want all the seams to line up. Sewing the elastic wasn't as scary as I thought. It was a little difficult with the sequence shifting between the needle, but it was manageable. And so I sewed both the lining and the sequence fabric together. I think there's nothing better than wearing something super sparkly for your birthday, or just wearing something that you feel special in. And I just love having that moment to wear, like, this is your special day, you should feel beautiful, and I feel like I will be wearing this dress. I ironed the skirt seams on a low setting and it didn't give me any problems. I put it to wool and that seemed to do the trick to iron them out. I sewed the fabrics together, and for the skirt I added the lining and the sequence part, and then I sewed the tops because it was quite heavy and I didn't want the fabric to shift around, so I add a little basting stitch to attach the lining and the sequence part of the skirt. And for the bodice, I added some boning to the sides of the skirt to hold it up because this was so heavy. I base stitched down the zipper before I sewed it on the machine. So the dress is basically done. I am debating whether to just leave it like a shawl like that over the neckline, or do how I like how it turned out. I think it's pretty. I just don't feel like happy. I don't know, like happy enough to wear something so beautiful. It just feels like another year without loved ones that have passed already. And I think maybe that's why I feel sad. It's just like another reminder of how many years they've been gone. So I think that's what's causing me to feel melancholy. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on the dress and hopefully my mood changes. I know this was kind of a turn of events of having like an emotional roller coaster of feeling sad and then happy, but I did feel really, really happy towards the end of this skirt of making this dress because I just felt like growing older is just something to be celebrated. And if I didn't have something like this, I would have been, you know, stuck in being sad. And who's the number one person that makes me happy is my love. And we had such a great time dancing on the dance floor, and he spun me around, and I just felt like a princess wearing this dress. It turned out exactly how I envisioned it, and even more because I got to celebrate it with my loved ones, and my friends were able to make it. And I just adore each of them. And yeah, it was just a really fun birthday. And anyway, I hope you liked this sewing project, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.